them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands,
responsible.
Audio check 1, 2, 3. Checking the audio 1, 2, 3. Checking the audio 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We're here for the Formula 2 League here in the XL Leagues, and it looks like we're lights out straight away, straight into the race for this one. Enmorph gets a decent start off the line there. Clarky Boy looking to the inside into turn 1. Clarky Boy's been passed around the outside here by and then you got I'm Liam Z behind him by Andrew Pittsmith, but it looks like we're pretty clean for the first S section here on the first lap. As we can see, Clarky Boy losing a few places, dropping down to P7, so got a horrible run there out of the centre S's, but it's Enmorph leading the race from Dungey ahead of I'm Liam Z, and we've got Andrew Pittsmith at McNivick in 7th place ahead of Bennett LCFC, who's got ahead of Clarky Boy. Clarky Boy down to 7th place here at the start of the race. Oh no, we've had a spinner there. Somebody's dropping down. That's Rai-G there. Rai-G's come together there with Karts as well, and Dylan was already a little way behind them, but that's a nightmare there for Karts and Rai-G. Back to the front, and we've got a double weight Dylan Fags through sector 2, so straight away carnage here in this race. It's Enmorph leading ahead of Don't G, then you got I'm Liam Z ahead of Andrew Pittsmith, Bennett, Giffy Boy, Cameron Poulter. Where's Clarky Boy dropped down to? Clarky Boy's dropped down to 18th place here in this race. What a nightmare start for Clarky Boy in the battle for second place in the championship for this season here in the F2 League, but that's not the start that he would have needed. He's got a lot of work to do here in this race if he wants to bring himself back up into this one, but it is Enmorph leading as they're coming out of Penaranya for the final for the first time here in this race. You got Don't G ahead of I'm Liam Z, and looks like Cameron Poulter's got ahead of Giffy Boy up into 6th place, so Cameron Poulter starting to make progress through the pack after a difficult start to this race. Enmorph there leading the race though at this particular moment in time, as we can see Drunk Pirate looking down the inside of Polish My Balls coming down towards turn 1. He's going to get that one done, routine stuff, as we've got 3 wide in the background here. Andrew Pittsmith is in 2nd place. Looks like Don't G's dropped a few positions here. What's happened to Don't G? He's dropping places left, right and centre right now, as we can see everybody trying to weave in and out of each other right now, but Don't G looking to try and get a move on Cameron Poulter. I'm Liam Z has got ahead of Andrew Pittsmith in towards turn 4, gets that move done very nicely. And Giffy Boy there getting ahead of Don't G, but they're side by side coming on the exit of turn 5 should I say, and Don't G now looking back to the inside of Bennett LCFC, but Bennett there sneaking into this picture, currently looking to make the move on Giffy Boy. Is Bennett going to send one? No, thinks better of that one, thinks better of doing a Hamilton there on Album, but Enmorph gets open up a big lead at the front. He's 3.5 seconds clear of I'm Liam Z, so guys like Bennett and Cameron Poulter, Giffy Boy, we wanted to make their way through as quickly as possible because Enmorph is currently riding off into the sunset with the lead of this race. As Bennett's down the inside of Giffy Boy, gets himself up into 5th place. We're currently looking back down the order here. We've got HD Baguette on the back of Soph. Danny Din also fighting it out there in the mid pack, and Clarky Boy's picked his way up into 16th place and is now looking to make the move on Dylan here. So Clarky Boy trying to bring himself back into this race here after not the start that he would have needed at all in his quest to try and get second in the championship. And hey, HD Baguette's out of the race. HD Baguette's had an incident there. Didn't see what's happened. Did she hit someone in the back maybe? Don't know what's going on there. Raiji moving up ahead of Danny Din, and HD Baguette is out of the race. Double wave yellow flags through sector 3, but no safety cars as of yet. Clarky Boy though is picking his way up through the pack, and he's now got himself up into 13th place. So Clarky Boy making the most of everybody else's problems here, and he's moving himself up the order as Andrew Pittsmith has been passed by McNivick up into 6th place. But his Enmorph can still continue to lead this race, but he's not pulling away by as much as he was. 3.5 seconds is the gap ahead of I'm Liamsey. You've got Cameron Poulter now hassling the back of I'm Liamsey for this second position. Bennett's got himself into clean air, but he's still got Giffy Boy on the back of him right now. These two making their way through the pack as well. Plenty of drivers here trying to pick their way through after the start to this race, which was absolute mayhem on the first lap. McNivick, Andrew Pittsmith, there's Don't G running in 8th place ahead of Drunk Pyro. Drunk Pyro already the champion of this F2 league here. And Excel, he's already wrapped it all up before this race. He's currently trying to move himself up towards the front. Could he still get a podium here in this race? As we see Jay Guns, Albert and Karts both in the pits here at the end of lap 2. Not sure why. End of lap 3, should I say. No, it is the end of lap 2 for them. But Enmorph currently got a 4.2 second lead. Cameron Poulter is now on the back of I'm Liamsey. We'll have DRS coming down this part of the track. Now, is he going to open it up here? Yes, he does. And around the outside he goes. Routine stuff there for Cameron Poulter into P2. As we can see, Clarky Boy's on the back of Dylan here. And also Giffy Boy's made the move on Bennett. So Bennett losing position there. Giffy Boy up into 4th place. Andrew Pittsmith making a move there into 7th there, trying to go side by side with Drunk Pirate. He's trying to get a move on Don't G as well, as we see Andrew running wide onto the tarmac there, and Drunk Pirate sweeps around the outside into 7th. And can he make the move here on Don't G as well? They're going to be side by side here down towards turn 4, and Drunk Pirate I think is going to make it 2 moves in the space of a couple hundred meters here. Drunk Pirate gets the move done there on Don't G up into 6th place and continues to make progress through this field. We've got Dylan getting ahead of Soph up into 10th, and Clarky Boy trying to follow him through as well. Clarky Boy just threading the needle on the inside there, squeezing through ahead of Soph. Now can he get ahead of Dylan as well, as they're almost going to be side by side, but Clarky Boy not quite in a position to get alongside him there, and then he has to back out of that one, as we've got Raiji there running in 14th place ahead of Danny Din, making that move there, as I'm Liamsey and Cameron Poulter still battling this out for 2nd place right now. Giffy Boy behind them ahead of Bennett. Drunk Pirate there a couple of seconds back. Don't G, Andrew Pittsmith, Polish My Balls there ahead of Dylan. Clarky Boy though following Dylan. These two both continuing to make progress through this pack. Danny Din's got ahead of Spectic up into 14th place, and Cameron Poulter and I'm Liamsey still trading places here. But what's happened to Enmorph? Has Enmorph had a moment here, because Enmorph is now dropping back into the clutches of Cameron and I'm Liamsey, but Cameron's having to defend here from Liam as they're coming down the start finish straight. Liam looking to the outside here. Can he get this around the outside, or is Cameron going to go late on the brakes and hold this one? Looks like we're still pretty close, and I'm Liamsey's going to get it around the outside there. Liam Enmorph very hesitant there coming through the centre S's. I'm Liamsey moves up into P1 now, and Enmorph's going to get, I think, out dragged here by Cameron, but Giffy Boy getting involved in this action as well. Bennett's now right there. Drunk Pirate's only about 2 seconds off of the lead here. Unbelievable stuff, as Cameron's now looking to try and defend it from Giffy Boy. Giffy Boy just tagging the curb a little bit, and now he gets tagged in the back by Giffy Boy. Giffy Boy, sorry, tags Cameron there, and those two dropping positions there. Bennett up into 3rd place. Cameron back down the inside of Giffy Boy in towards turn 5. They're still side by side up the hill, but Cameron Poulter gets that one done. But Giffy Boy looking back round the outside, and I don't know how he managed to do that one. But Cameron Poulter there losing places on the grass. That's where he's gone, and he's all sorts of out of shape there. So Cameron Poulter losing places. Drunk Pirate now trying to defend from Bennett. Bennett looking around the outside here. Can't get that one done. And Drunk Pirate holds on by the skin of his teeth there. Giffy Boy now trying to escape up the road there in 3rd place though, but it's I'm Liamsey from Enmorph, from Giffy Boy, the top 3, then Drunk Pirate, Bennett LCFC running in 5th place, Cameron Poulter there in 7th ahead of Dylan. Clarky Boy's picked his way up into 9th place ahead of Polish My Balls, so Clarky Boy continuing to make his way through, but the battle at the front absolutely raging on here as Enmorph and I'm Liamsey side by side down the start finish straight. Enmorph holding around the outside there into turn 1. I'm Liamsey too far back to send one down the inside there. Giffy Boy running in 3rd ahead of Drunk Pirate Bennett. There's Cameron ahead of Andrew Pittsmith, who's trying to stay ahead of Dylan, but Dylan looking down the inside there, moves himself into 7th place. Clarky Boy and Polish My Balls currently still not too far away, but Dylan's managed to break away a little bit from Clarky Boy over the last couple of laps, and Andrew Pittsmith holding it up the inside there of Dylan as they're coming out onto this little straight which leads down towards turn 4. Once again Dylan tucks back into that slipstream, now looking back down the inside. Andrew Pittsmith, can he get this move done? Is he going to go on the brakes now? Andrew brakes late enough there to hold on to that one, and Clarky Boy waiting in the wings, waiting to pounce, watching these two battle it out and hoping they might trip over each other and maybe he can get an easy slip through, but if he can't, he's going to have to get this one on the track, and Clarky Boy's going to be poised here to do something about it as McNivick is just on the fastest lap of the race out of nowhere here at the end of lap 5. But it's currently I'm Liamsey leading this race by 0.6 of a second. It's still pretty tight out the front. Enmorph, Giffy Boy the top 3. Drunk Pirate is now on the back of Giffy Boy, looking to get himself into the podium spots as soon as he can. I said earlier in the race, could Drunk Pirate potentially get himself into a podium? Well, he's not just in a podium spot, he's already on the verge of a podium, and I reckon Drunk Pirate's going to be looking at getting a win here tonight. I haven't really followed this F2 Championship much. I've never commentated on this series before. I've never even commentated on these cars before, but the action is so hectic. It's so much more non-stop than you see in the F1 cars, and right now we've got Drunk Pirate looking around the outside of Giffy Boy. Can he make that stick? Can he get the grip on the not on the ideal racing line? He doesn't. Drunk Pirate swoops around the outside there of turn 3 and he's up into 3rd place there, and he's only a couple of seconds off of the lead here. As Bennett now looking to try and come back at these two as well, but Giffy Boy having a little feint to the inside of Drunk Pirate. Drunk Pirate not taking that bait and holding firm for the time being. Clarky Boy has picked off Andrew Pittsmith as he's looking down the inside. Andrew's trying to come back at him, but Clarky Boy holds his line and holds his nerve and keeps that position there. Up into 8th. But I'm Liamsy's out of the race. I'm Liamsy's DNF'd, and we have got a safety car here. Lap 7, you can see the stricken car there on the left-hand side as it now disappears. But safety cars deployed here on lap 7. And what's going on there? Oh, come on, boys, sort it out, and girls. But what's going on there? Polish My Balls runs into the back of somebody there under the safety car. Andrew Pittsmith, I think, was the one who he made contact with, but absolute nightmares there. And with all of that going off, Clarky Boy and Dylan up into 5th and 6th places here in this race. Now, safety car deployed, the pack is all going to be bunched up, and this is going to bring all of these drivers into play. It's Enmore from Drunk Pirate, from Giffy Boy, Bennett, Clarky Boy, the top 5 here. check. Here we are then, guys. We're about to go racing once again for the final 4 laps for the Formula 2 race here for the XL Racing League here in their Formula 2 league at Brazil, and this is absolutely hotting up. We've got the pack now absolutely bunched up. A few of the fastest drivers have made their way back up to the front, and here we are green now. We're racing into turn 1, and Giffy Boy all over the back of Drunk Pirate. Bennett there in 4th ahead of Clarky Boy. Dylan there in 6th ahead of Polish My Balls. Andrew Pittsmith, Kaiser Kenzie, and it looks as though Kaiser Kenzie's moved up ahead of Raiji. Raiji's lost out to Cameron Poulter there, as Andrew Pittsmith has got ahead of Polish My Balls, and Polish My Balls is dropping down the field like a stone. That's why that's happened, as we can see there. Cameron Poulter getting ahead of Kaiser Kenzie, up into 7th place there coming into turn 4. But right now Enmorph has the ascendancy here, but Drunk Pirate's hassling the back of him here coming up towards turn 5, in towards this tricky section of the track. But Drunk Pirate can't get away around him at the moment. Enmorph covering that inside line off, as Giffy Boy behind these ahead of Bennett. Clarky Boy, Dylan there ahead of Cameron Poulter, and somebody's dropping down the field. Spectix at the moment. Spectix dropped off a little bit there, as we can see almost the entire mid pack coming past him there. So I don't know what happened, but he's trying back down the inside of Danny Din. There's these two side by side, bit of contact there, and Spectix squeezes back through ahead of Danny Din up into P15 in this race. But Enmorph still leading ahead of Drunk Pirate. No DRS will be open on this lap. The DRS won't be open until the penultimate lap of this sprint race, so it's going to be tricky. But Drunk Pirate could potentially do it on the slipstream here, because he's very close. It depends on what sort of setups he's got. If he's got a lower downforce setup, this will be easy for him. And look at it, he's looking all the way back on him here, coming towards the inside here, in towards turn 1. And Drunk Pirate there pulls out the slipstream down the inside there into turn 1. But Enmorph's trying to hold it around the outside for the SNRSs here. Bit of contact there as Drunk Pirate squeezes his way through. Did he make that move off the track? I think he did. He's going to have to relinquish that one back again. Enmorph back around the outside as they lean on each other a little bit there. Enmorph's now going to have to defend this one. Drunk Pirate looks switching back to the inside. Giffy Boy now looking to the outside here. Bennett and Clarky Boy watching this unfold in front of them, but Drunk Pirate squeezes through ahead of Enmorph. Enmorph's now going to be vulnerable to Giffy Boy, but Giffy Boy gets he gets a massive slide there. Giffy Boy loses control of the car, and he's going to drop down the order, and this is going to benefit Clarky Boy massively in their battle for second in the championship. But Enmorph there has squeezed through back up into the lead of the race ahead of Drunk Pirate, and Giffy Boy there had to take evasive action in the end, lost control of the car as he was trying to do so. But Clarky Boy Right, we are back on. I apologise for that, guys. The controller just died because the battery went, because I hadn't plugged it in. So I'm sorry for that. And Clarky Boy's dropped out to it. What's happening to Clarky Boy? Where's Giffy Boy? He's still ahead of Giffy Boy at the moment. So these two currently locked horns in the battle for second in the championship. He's still going at the moment. Enmorph, though, running in the lead of the race right now. 4/10 of a is gap to Drunk Pirate, but Drunk Pirate will have DRS this time around. And Cameron Poulter now waiting in the wings. He's put himself up the order well and truly in this race in the later stages. But Bennett LCFC are second adrift of these as they're coming over the line here, just coming up towards the line to start the final lap. And now Drunk Pirate pulls out the slipstream, looking to the outside of Enmorph. He's going to breeze around him, and Enmorph is now going to be passed by Cameron as well. But Cameron, looking down the inside of both of them, overshoots his braking point. Drunk Pirate gets the cut back, beautifully slots into the lead there. Cameron does manage to get ahead of Enmorph, but Enmorph gets the run around the outside of the corner. Cameron took so much into turn 1, he lost all of his momentum there, but he's back around the outside here of Enmorph with the DRS in towards turn 4. Drunk Pirate, though, looks like he's wrestled the lead of this race from these two, as Dylan there and Bennett side by side in towards turn 4, and they're still side by side all the way around the corner. Dylan, though, just squeezes him out there. Bennett is going to surely have to back out of this one, is he? No, he's still there on the inside. Bennett, great driving here from Bennett LCFC. the 3-time OG champion here at Excel, absolutely getting his elbows out in this one. And Dylan is not giving this one up either though, as they're still going at it. And then Dylan is going to squeeze back around the outside. Bennett's got the inside for the next corner. Dylan's got the inside for this one, but Bennett does manage to get that overtake. Well and truly done there, showing why he's got the credentials he has here at Excel. Drunk Pirate though's gonna come around this final bit here, and Cameron Poulter's actually almost underneath in there, as we saw a big twitch there from Drunk Pirate, the driver who's already wrapped up this championship here for the F2 League. As we can see, Cameron Poulter's got to run. Cameron Poulter's got the slipstream. He's gonna have DRS here up towards the line. Cameron Poulter's just gonna nick it there ahead of Drunk Pirate. Great driving from those two. Cameron Poulter takes the win ahead of Drunk Pirate. Emorph completes the podium ahead of Bennett in 4th, then Dylan 5th. Andrew Pierce dropping down the order due to a penalty there. Don't G in 6th ahead of McNivick. Raiji takes 8th place in this race ahead of Andrew Pittsmith in 9th. RL Beast takes 10th ahead of Kaiser Kenzie in 11th. Giffy Boy bins it over the line. P12 for him. In the end, finished ahead of Clarky Boy. Clarky Boy had a nightmare of a finish to that race. Spectic 13th, Clarky Boy 14th. Soph comes home in 15th place ahead of Carts in 16th. Polish My Balls in P17. And Jay Guns completes the classification in 18th place. But what a race that was. Unbelievable stuff, I tell you what. I've got to commentate on this F2 League more often, because this is absolutely electric. That was absolutely brilliant there. More of the same, please, guys. More of the same, please, guys and girls, in this next race if you can. That was absolutely great. Really enjoyed that. We'll be back very shortly, guys. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if it's a second one-shot quali. I don't actually know the format of this, to be fair. I probably should have found this out. But we're just going to cut to a quick break. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. We will be back very shortly, though. That's for sure. Okay, everybody, I didn't realise that we jumped straight into the second race. So here we are coming in towards turn 4, lap 1 here for this second race, the feature race here. What? That's incredible. Right, we're straight into it. Okay, so we've got Cameron Poulter leading ahead of Giffy Boy. There's Drunk Pyro running in 3rd place ahead of McNivitt. We've got Andrew Pitts with I'm Liam C ahead of Roy G, Enmorph, Dylan, Clarky Boy there in 10th ahead of Kaiser Kenzie, RL Beast ahead of So Carts, Danny Din. Oh, as we can see there, Carts having a bit of moment there on the grass. But wow, I didn't realise this would spin around so quickly here. But let's get the graphics up here. So wow, okay. Oh, right. There we go. So Cameron Poulter leading us around. He's already brought up a bit of a gap here, about 0.8 of a second right now over Giffy Boy. Soph's dropping down the order. What's happened to Soph? Has Soph had a moment here on his first lap? Didn't see what happened there, but Soph's dropping down the order down to 19th place. But it looks like it's all going off here. I'm Liam Z. He's currently on the back of Andrew Pittsmith here. Looks as though Danny Din's made a mistake as well. Danny Din's dropping down the order. What's happened to Danny Din? Oh, look, Danny Din's on the grass. Danny Din's had a big moment there coming through the final sector. I'm Liam Z. He's on the back of Andrew Pittsmith here in towards turn 1. Can he get a move completed there? He squeezes through. No, he's cut the... Oh, he's gone straight over the first corner there. Andrew Pittsmith might lose out here to Raiji. Clarky Boy's making his way up the order here, up into 8th places. Looks as though Dylan's lost a couple of places there. Don't know what happened there to Dylan, but he's got pushed out a little bit. RL Beast now looking to the outside of Kaiser Kenzie here, coming into turn 4. Can he get this move done there? RL Beast trying to hang it around the outside. Kaiser Kenzie not giving the space, not trying to squeeze him out if he can. RL Beast now will have the inside for this next right-hander, but as we know, Brazil, the inside can quickly turn to the outside very quickly here. Kaiser Kenzie now looking to try and get involved with Dylan here. Dylan's on the back of these two as well. But back up the order here is Cameron Poulter. Opened up a bit of a gap here at the front. He's got over a second here to Giffy Boy. He's just had a Drunk Pirate as well. Drunk Pirate has to the back of Giffy Boy here, looking to try and make it 2 wins from 2 tonight. McNivick, I'm Liam C. Roy G there ahead of Andrew Pittsmith. Clarky Boy's on the back of Andrew Pittsmith right now. Our Royal Beast, Kaiser Kenzie, Dylan, there's Carts, there's HD Baguette running in 13th place ahead of Spectic, Bennett LCFC ahead of J Guns Albert. Then we've got Enmorph, High Flyer in the first race, not in this one. So he's got ahead of Polish My Balls up into 18th place. Danny Din running at the back, and Don't G is in the pits here at the end of the first lap, not where he wants to be at all. Giffy Boy trying to stay ahead of Drunk Pirate. Drunk Pirate didn't have DRS this time. He'll have DRS next time. Oh, Giffy Boy's gone straight on though. Giffy Boy goes straight on over the S's there. And Drunk Pirate will now have to run coming out of this tricky section of the track out down towards this DRS zone. But he won't be quick. He won't be close enough to make the move. He'll be close enough to get DRS, but not close enough to make any overtakes. As Clarky Boy has got past Andrew Pittsmith now down the inside into turn 4. Can he hold it, or is Andrew going to come back at him? No, Clarky Boy's got that one done. As we see Kaiser Kenzie and Dylan once again side by side here coming through turn 4, and Kaiser Kenzie just hanging it on the inside there ahead of Dylan, just keeping ahead and keeps onto that P10 there. Dylan tucks in behind for the time being. Carts ahead of Spectic, ahead of Bennett, who's currently very, very close on the back of Spectic right now, and Bennett looking to try and bring himself up the order as quickly as he can here in this one. Cameron though has got a second and a half over Giffy Boy. Drunk Pirate still looking for a way ahead of Giffy Boy right now. McNivick there in 4th ahead of I'm DMC. Raiji 3 seconds behind. It's got Clarky Boy now all over the back of him here. And Andrew Pittsmith waiting in the wings as well. Will be wanting to get back at Clarky Boy here if Clarky Boy doesn't dispatch Raiji as quickly as possible. But Andrew Pittsmith, RL Beast, Kaiser Kenzie, Dylan all over the back of these as well. But it's a DRS train, and the thing is, it's so hard to make an overtake when the guys in front of you have got DRS on the car in front of them. So it's just a vicious cycle, really, for all of these drivers. But RL Beast has now got the DRS here on Andrew, but Andrew's got the DRS on Clarky Boy up ahead of him. In towards turn 1 we come, and no one's really close enough to make anything happen. Clarky Boy is probably the one with the best chance of making a move here, because he hasn't got the driver in front of him hasn't got DRS, but Raiji looks like he's just about got the gap here ahead of him, just about enough for Clarky Boy not to be able to really pose too much of a threat of him at the moment. As Drunk Pirate has got ahead of Giffy Boy here, so Drunk Pirate into 2nd place. He's obviously made the move there, probably in the DRS zone. As we look back down the order here, back to this battle for 6th place. Raiji still clinging on by the skin of his teeth ahead of Clarky Boy. Andrew Pittsmith, RL Beast ahead of Kaiser Kenzie. Dylan Bennett's managed to dispatch Spectic and Carts here, and is now into 12th place here in this race. So Bennett LCFC making positions. Giffy Boy trying to come back at Drunk Pyro. I'm Liam Z and McNivick having their own battle here for 4th and 5th. And Raiji has still got this train of 6 cars behind him, but none of them can do anything with him at the moment. Clarky Boy just watching, waiting and hoping he might be able to make something happen here. His rival for 2nd in the championship, Giffy Boy's well up the road. Neither of them scored points in the first race tonight, but at this stage in the race, Giffy Boy will be gaining points, and Clarky Boy needs to get on with this. He needs to get himself ahead of Raiji as quickly as he can can he? He'll have DRS down this start-finish straight. He's within 3/10. Here goes Clarky Boy now. He's going to look to the outside. Raji's going to defend the inside, coming in towards the first corner. Can Raji hold it, or is Clarky Boy going to get this one done? Clarky Boy around the outside on the unpreferred line there. Goes a little bit offline there, coming through the second part of the centre S's, and Raji gets that one back, and Clarky Boy onto the grass a little bit there, and he's losing places now. And Clarky Boy down to P10. He's lost out to Andrew Pittsmith, RRL Beast, and Kaiser Kenzie, and he's going to lose out to Dylan as well. Dylan back around the outside, but Clarky Boy gets that one stopped. No, he doesn't. In fact, Clarky Boy loses out there to Dylan, so Dylan there up into P10 as Raji's managed to keep ahead of Andrew. Andrew, oh, Kaiser Kenzie, it's surely going to be a retirement. No, it's not. How the hell has that car not got terminal damage? Well, he's down to P12 in this race though, and Andrew's back ahead of Raji, so these two now trading places, but Raji led this pack for a while. He's now lost out to Andrew Pittsmith. Dylan and Clarky Boy back on the rear of him once again. So Clarky Boy, after all that, is still more or less in the same position now that he was before, but he is about 7 or 8 seconds behind his rival for second in the championship, Giffy Boy, who's running in P3 right now. Cameron Poulter has managed to run away a bit while Drunk Pirate and Giffy Boy battle it out. Cameron Poulter's now got a 3-second lead here at the front, but we're riding on board here with Clarky Boy as we come up the hill for the 6th time here in this race. Andrew Pittsmith leads this train of cars. It's a 5-car train here, battling over 6th place as Giffy Boy's got back ahead of Drunk Pirate here. Giffy Boy's cut the inside of the centre S's though, and Drunk Pirate will get a run here coming through this part of the track. Drunk Pirate surely will get DRS. Was he going to be close enough to make this move though? On board with Drunk Pirate, no, he's too far back. He's not going to get that one done. Coming into turn 4, Raji trying to come back at Andrew Pittsmith. Once again, these 4 guys still going at it, and what's happened here to RRL Beasties to come into the pits, so he's coming to make a stop. I think it's a mandatory stop in the feature race, unless I'm very much mistaken, as McNivick down the inside there, Andrew down the inside of Raji. Raji's lost out. He's in the barriers there. Raji's had a bit of a moment. He's lost out to Clarky Boy and Bennett, and HD Baguette is out of the race. HD Baguette's retired. We've got double wave yellow flags through sector 1. It's all going off here right now, but Raji, the latest of this battle of cars, to make a mistake, and he's now dropped well off at the back of them. So it's Andrew, Dylan and Clarky Boy still battling it out over 6th, 7th and 8th places right now. I'm Liam Z, very close on the back of RRL Drunk Pirate at the moment, but Cameron Poulter's breaking away at the front, but he's got a 4-second gap at the moment over Giffy Boy, running in 2nd place. Drunk Pirate all over the back of Giffy Boy. I'm Liam Z in hot pursuit as well, as these 3 coming over the start-finish line to complete lap 6 of the race. In towards turn 1 we come, and Drunk Pirate's going to get that one done there up into 2nd place ahead of Giffy Boy. I'm Liam Z waiting in the wings though, as we can see Giffy Boy just cutting the inside of centre S's. They all seem to be doing that. These F2 cars seem to be way too easy to make that mistake. They all seem to be cutting the inside of the centre S's, but I'm Liam Z looking on the outside of Giffy Boy. Giffy Boy looking down the inside here of Drunk Pirate, and Drunk Pirate leaves the door open there, and Drunk Pirate back into 2nd place once again as these 2 keep chopping and changing. And I'm Liam Z watching and waiting and hoping to get involved, but Dylan there's got ahead of Andrew Pittsmith up into 6th place. Clarky Boy now looking to try and get ahead of Andrew, but Andrew gets a bit of a slide on there, gets a little bit out of shape, but Clarky Boy not in a position to do anything, had to get out of it a little bit to avoid being side by side in a very precarious position, and Clarky Boy has to live to fight another day in that one. Giffy Boy still on the back of Drunk Pirate. I'm Liam Z all over the back of these 2 as well. McNivick's dropped off the back of them, and so is he's dropped off the back of I'm Liam, so he could fall into the clutches of Dylan and Andrew Pittsmith and Clarky Boy if he's not careful. But this is absolutely electric right now. It's all going off at the moment here, and we're only a third of the way into this race. Drunk Pirate, Giffy Boy and I'm Liam Z still battling out over 2nd place, but this is just allowing Cameron Poulter to ride off into the sunset as Cameron's coming into the pits to make his mandatory pit stop. So that'll promote Drunk Pirate up into the lead of the race. Giffy Boy though looking back around the outside once again. Can he make it stick? Oh, Drunk Pirate, bit of a wiggle, and Giffy Boy cuts the inside of the centre S's, gets a time penalty. A 3-second time penalty comes his way for that one, and Giffy Boy there will surely have to secede this position. No, he's weaving all over the place there. Drunk Pirate now with the DRS is going to breeze past him there into turn 4 and gets the position back up into the lead of the race. I'm Liam Z still watching and waiting and hoping to get involved. Clarky Boy there has got the run here on Dylan, but he's too far back there coming into the turn 4 braking zone. Had DRS, didn't come to any avail. I'm Liam Z's back ahead of Giffy Boy, and Giffy Boy's off. Oh, be careful rejoining the track. I tell you what, that was precarious there. Giffy Boy just swerving back onto the road there, and Dylan and Clarky Boy will be coming up on the scene, and Clarky Boy can now see his rival for 2nd in the championship. There's only 2 places now separating them. This race is on here for Giffy and Clarky Boy. I tell you what, this is absolutely non-stop action right now. Dylan, not too far behind these in the championship, but Dylan is running in this battle as well. So the battle for second in the championship, currently all three of these contenders for this position in the championship are together on the track. It's Dylan from Giffy Boy from Clarky Boy. Dylan's got ahead of Giffy Boy there, up into fourth place. This is absolutely fantastic racing here from these three guys. As we can see now, Giffy Boy trying to come back at Dylan. He will have DRS here coming up the hill. I don't know where to look, what to say, or where to be currently putting my eyes at the moment, because there's so much going on the track. These F2 cars do not disappoint. Oh, it's Giffy Boy, God, Giffy Boy and Dylan coming into the pits together, and Giffy Boy there really had to slam the brakes on. He was out of control there coming into the pits. He gets it stopped. He's lost probably about 3 or 4 seconds there though in that little moment there, as Clarky Boy now continues on his way, and Clarky Boy can now try and get the overcut on these two and get out ahead of them once the pit stops are all said and done. But Giffy Boy and Dylan both in. McNivick also going into the pits, as well as Raiji at this point. And Drunk Pirate leading this race at the moment. I think it's going to take something special for Drunk Pirate to be denied tonight, but I mean, you never know, do you, though, because he's been in a battle for the race win since the get-go here. So, you know, Cameron Poulter not too far behind, definitely within pit stop range at the moment, but I reckon it's going to be between Drunk Pirate and Cameron Poulter for this race win. And we've lost Polish My Balls. Oh, Polish My Balls is out of the race. Polish My Balls has retired from the race here on lap 9. No safety car, just double waved yellow flags for this one. But oh, what a shame there for him. Dylan's on the back of Andrew Pittsmith now. These two having both come into the pits. So Dylan been jumped back by Andrew Pittsmith once again. He can't get enough of Andrew Pittsmith's rear end at the moment, as McNivick there dropping behind Andrew and Dylan. So he's had a bit of a spin there with McNivick, and he's now rejoining the track once again, getting it going, but he's lost a lot of time there. RL Beast currently running in 10th ahead of Raiji. These two battling it out over the final points playing position. Clarky Boy and Bennett into the pits here at the end of lap 9. So has Clarky Boy done enough to jump the squabbling pair of Dylan? And what's happened to Giffy Boy? Oh, Giffy Boy! No! What's happened to Giffy Boy? He's down in P18! Where's Clarky Boy? Clarky Boy's coming out of the pits now. What about Dylan? Has Clarky Boy covered off Dylan here? Clarky Boy there. You can see him on the pit exit now, just rejoining the racetrack. Dylan has got back ahead of Clarky Boy here. So the overcut has not worked for Clarky Boy, and Clarky Boy's now got to come back at Dylan on the track here. So this is race on, but of the drivers who have pitted, it's currently Cameron Poulter ahead of Andrew Pittsmith, and then it's Dylan and Clarky Boy running behind them. So not really, well, Cameron's miles ahead of the rest of them, but this battle for, I think, what's a net, it should be a net, I think it's a net 4th in this race. Currently the battle for second in the championship between Clarky Boy, Dylan, and obviously what was Giffy Boy, but Giffy Boy's out of the race. Giffy Boy's retired from the race. So what's going on there? Giffy Boy's out of this one, as we see Drunk Pirate and I'm Liam Z both in the pits here at the end of lap 10. They're off and on their way once again. Cameron Poulter does the fastest lap of the race there on lap 10. Cameron Poulter now has the lead, and he's managed to maintain position here by quite some way ahead of Drunk Pirate, to be fair. Cameron Poulter, he hasn't just about squeezed out ahead of him, he has cleared him by quite some margin here. So Cameron Poulter looking good for his money here in this race. The gap, 8 seconds between Cameron Poulter and RL Drunk Pilot. So Cameron Poulter just needs to keep it calm and see this one out here. He's in a great position to take the race win. Drunk Pirate comes out a couple of seconds clear of Liam Z, but the battle for 4th place is well and truly on here. Andrew Pittsmith has got Dylan absolutely breathing down his neck, and Clarky Boy a couple of seconds behind is not too far away. Bennett could be in this battle as well here. He can probably smell 4th place in this race, but it's currently Andrew Pittsmith just squeezing back ahead of Dylan there, as Dylan looks to almost have the move done around the outside coming into the turn 4, but he's not going to be able to get that one done at the moment, as Andrew Pittsmith is now looking back around the outside, should I say. Sorry, Mike Dylan looking around the outside of Andrew Pittsmith here. Clarky Boy's now within a second of these two as they squabble it out. Lap 11 of 20 here on this one for the Brazilian Grand Prix here in the Formula 2 League at Excel. Guys, if you like what you see, if you're watching this back, if you're one of the drivers, share this with your friends, family members, and other associates. Get them to have a look at the Motive channel and what we stream here at Excel. Hopefully we'll be streaming this a little bit more in the near future. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm hooked on these F2 cars after tonight. But Andrew Pittsmith, Dylan and Clarky Boy separated by nothing at all. These three coming up the hill to complete their 11th lap of the race. Clarky Boy will have to run on Dylan, but Dylan's going to have DRS on Andrew, and now he looks to make the move. He's looking to go around the outside here, and Dylan breezes around him there up into 5th place. Clarky Boy too far back to make anything happen here on Andrew Pittsmith coming into turn 1, but these three continuing to go at it as Clarky Boy gets Andrew gets a little bit of a wiggle there coming through the centre S's. That will allow Clarky Boy a run, but Andrew's going to be saved by the DRS here that he'll get on Dylan, because he's within a second of the car in front there being Dylan. Then Clarky Boy too far back to make anything happen there coming into turn 4, but it's continuing to go on between these as now Andrew looking to try and put Dylan off a little bit. Clarky Boy trying to go around the outside here of Andrew, but Andrew's covered off that middle lane there coming into the corner and nothing doing there. McNivic's on the back of Bennett. These two though only a couple of seconds off of this squabble, so if they work together they might be able to bring themselves into this battle for 4th place here. Dylan, Andrew and Clarky Boy are having the absolute time of their lives right now, and this one looks to be one that I think it's going to go on until the checkered flag. Cameron Poulter's got a 9-second lead. That gap's going up to a Drunk Pirate, so Cameron Poulter looking to very much be the man with the ascendancy in this one. Drunk Pirate there running in 2nd place. I'm Liam C 3 seconds further back in 3rd place. Dylan, Andrew and Clarky Boy still battling it out for 4th place here in this race. You've got Bennett and McNivic still going at it for 7th place at the moment, but this is absolutely great racing right now. I am loving this F2 league here at Excel as Dylan's now broken away a little bit from Andrew, and Clarky Boy's now making a move on Andrew Pittsmith. He's got that done there. Did Andrew make a little mistake there coming up the hill, because he looked to have lost a lot of ground there on Dylan, but Clarky Boy's up the inside and up into 5th place here in this race. Now Clarky Boy can try and set his sights on Dylan. That's if Andrew doesn't come back at him coming into the turn 4 though. Andrew's going to have the run here. Is he going to look to try and send one here? No, he's too far back. Clarky Boy's got that one covered there. So Clarky Boy can now go after Dylan. Obviously Dylan in that battle for 2nd in the championship alongside Clarky Boy and Giffy Boy, but Giffy Boy out of this race. It's really between these two for that P2 in the championship, and they are going to lay on each other like no tomorrow here. But Clarky Boy is currently now in a position where he can make something happen here in this race, having dispatched Andrew Pittsmith. He was behind him for some time here in this race, but he's now got an opportunity in this one. Can he take the bull by the horns as McNivic and Bennett both continuing to close in on Andrew Pittsmith, and they could be closing in on Dylan and Clarky Boy if they don't get their act together here. Cameron Poulter's just on the fastest lap of the race from the lead of the race. He's now got over a 10-second gap here to Drunk Pirate, so it's been a dominant feature race here from Cameron Poulter. I'm Liam running there in 3rd place, 3 seconds behind Drunk Pirate at the moment, and Dylan, Clarky Boy, well Dylan's actually pulled out a second to Clarky Boy, but Clarky Boy's pulled out a second to Andrew, so Clarky Boy's got daylight to Andrew, but yeah, this is currently now a bit of a spread out battle here for 4th, 5th and 6th places here in this one. McNivic, Bennett still there very much on the back of Andrew Pittsmith at the moment, but Andrew's losing time to Clarky Boy here. Let's run on board with Bennett as we can see McNivic now's got the run here on Andrew Pittsmith. He's going to look to the inside, is he McNivic? He's going to try and send one here coming into turn 4. The DRS open there for McNivic, and he's got that one done there brilliantly, but Andrew's now going to try and hold it back around the outside. Oh no, McNivic's lost it. McNivic, they're getting a little bit loose on the curb there. It's easily done on the inside of turn 4, and McNivic there loses out. He's down to P10. He's lost out to RRL Beast. He's lost out to Bennett, RRL Beast and Raiji there, and McNivic dropping down the order, and Bennett's now on the back of Andrew Pittsmith in this battle for 6th place. What a shame there for McNivic though. He looked to have done that one on Andrew. Andrew's now got his hands full of Bennett at the moment. Clarky Boy's not making the gains on Dylan that he'd like to be. Currently the gap a 1.5 seconds between those two. Let's jump on board with Bennett though, as he's trying to get something done here with Andrew Pittsmith. But Andrew Pittsmith currently clinging on at the moment here. As we've got double waved yellow flags through sector 2. Not sure why. Oh, that's McNivic again. McNivic's going from bad to worse there for him. He's lost out to Spectic. Enmorph's currently on the back of Kaiser Kenzie. These two battling it out over 12th place here in this one. Jay Guns has got ahead of Soph up into 15th place. Soph there losing out. But Dylan's got the gap at 1.7 to Clarky Boy now. Bennett still hassling the back of Andrew Pittsmith, and he will look to get the run here out of this tricky left-hander where it's You want to go flat out, but it's not easy. If you get a poor run out of the centre S's, you can really compromise yourself. Bennett, though, looking around the outside of Andrew. Has he got this one done? I think he has. Yes, Bennett there up into P6. Runs a bit wide on the exit, but he should be able to rescue it for the run here up the hill towards this right hander. No, Andrew's going to look back down the inside. No, too far back. Bennett does get that one well and truly settled there. Dylan and Clarky boy still separated by not much. 1.4 the gap between those two. Spectic's got ahead of McNivick up into P10. These two trading places. M-Morph currently on the back of Kaiser Kenzie, battling it out over 12th place at the moment. Soph's got ahead of J Guns up into 15th, but J Guns looking to try and come back at Soph here as we're coming down towards turn 1, but J Guns has got that one done there ahead of J Guns up into 15th place, so she's done that one well, as Clarky boy's now got the gap down to 1.3. So Clarky boy making gains on Dylan now. It's going back and forth, it's ebbing and flowing between those two, but now Clarky boy starting to get ahead of steam here, starting to get into a bit of a rhythm and gaining some momentum here on Dylan. Andrew Pittsmith within a 0.6 of a second of Bennett. RL Beast is looking to try and make this move here on Andrew. He's looking to duck right, duck left, and Andrew covers the inside line. RL Beast now trying to go around the outside here. Andrew Pittsmith is going to go a little bit later on the brakes than RL Beast and just squeezes back through, coming through the centre S's there. Close racing, excellent stuff here from these two, and Bennett in the foreground there in 6th place is going to be breathe a sigh of relief watching those two go at it and not getting caught up in the crossfire there. Gap up at 1.6 between Dylan and Clarky boy. That's gone up a little bit at the start of this current lap that we're on at the moment. Kaiser Kenzie's still very close on the back of McNivick, but McNivick's dropped off by about a second to Spectic at the moment. Kaiser Kenzie though looking to the inside, the DRS not really doing him any favours here. Enmorph looking to the outside here of Kaiser Kenzie though, in towards the braking zone, as we see there Enmorph trying to hang it around the outside. Kaiser Kenzie still there. Enmorph will have the inside for this next corner though. He'll probably get this one done into the braking zone, you would think. Go trackside here. Enmorph down the inside, gets that one completed there, looking to try and get ahead of McNivick as well, but Kaiser Kenzie losing out to Enmorph, and Enmorph has now got Kaiser Kenzie looking back around his outside. Can Kaiser Kenzie get the inside for this next bit? I tell you what, that's great racing there from Kaiser Kenzie. Never say die, but I think Enmorph's going to rescue it for this next part and complete that one. Kaiser Kenzie though trying to go late on the brakes. Enmorph surely is going to say bye-bye to him through this part. I tell you what, Kaiser Kenzie is a Brazilian driver to say the least, but Enmorph finally gets that one done and will now have DRS on McNivick up ahead, but Kaiser Kenzie's still very much in this battle here, riding on board. No, I don't know. Maybe close enough to come back at Enmorph here. Enmorph's dropped out of the range here of McNivick a little bit. Yeah, they both got DRS on each other here. McNivick with no DRS on Spectic, but too far back really are Enmorph and Kaiser Kenzie to make anything happen. Oh, it's Kaiser Kenzie wide there. So how could it be Cars? He's 30 seconds behind. Kaiser Kenzie there going wide there into turn 1, losing a bit of time. He's dropped out of that battle now for 11th and 12th places there with McNivick, and in fact, well, 10th really, because Spectic, McNivick, Enmorph all in the battle there, but it was a 4-car train. It's now a 3-car train. Andrew Pittsmith currently in the sandwich between Bennett and RL Beast. These three battling it out over 6th place. The gap between Dylan and Clarky boy is staying around the same. It's been between a second and a half and 2 seconds for the last few laps, so it's not really changing at the moment between those two. Andrew Pittsmith trying to get ahead of Bennett here. RL Beast just behind these in 8th place, but it's been absolutely non-stop action here in this Formula 2 race here at Brazil for the XL Formula 1 League. And guys, if you want to get involved in these leagues, you know where to go. Go to the link in the description, click the link to join the XL Discord server. It's absolutely brilliant racing here in this F2 League. I'm hooked already, and I want to be back next week for the next one. I think next week's the final round actually, but Andrew Pittsmith back down the inside there into 6th place ahead of Bennett. RL Beast tucking in behind. Kaiser Kenzie's got ahead of Enmorph here up into 12th place. Enmorph's dropped off a little bit, so must have made a bit of a mistake there. Don't G's on the back of Sophus. Raiji's losing positions here. What's happened to Raiji? Raiji's lost out there to Spectic around the outside, and then McNivick there in there as well. McNivick there trying to hold it around the outside there. Spectic on the inside for the next part of the centre S's and holds on, but now there'll be DRS wide open here for both Spectic here and for McNivick and Raiji. Down towards turn 4 we come. Kaiser Kenzie a little way behind these, but Spectic, McNivick and Raiji still going at it into turn 4. Oh, and Raiji there having a bit of a moment there, and he's lost out. He's had a big slide there. McNivick squeezes through ahead of Spectic. But Raji there getting a little bit hot onto the pedal there, I think, as he was trying to go 3 wide with those two carts. Has got ahead of Enmorph. That's because Enmorph is in the pits here. Penultimate lap of the race here for the XL Formula 2 League here at Brazil for the penultimate round of the season. Dylan and Clarky Boy 4th and 5th. The battle for second in the championship very much on. The championship already decided. Drunk Pirate has wrapped up the championship already. Cameron Poulter doing a fantastic job leading this race here tonight. But the battle for second in the championship very much on. Clarky Boy had a gap of 4 points to Giffy Boy coming into this one, but Giffy Boy retiring from this feature race will lose points to Clarky Boy, but Clarky Boy only 12 points ahead of Dylan coming into this one, and Dylan with a better result in the first race tonight. Clarky Boy could do with getting ahead of him, or at least staying where he is at the moment, but a gap 1.2 between Dylan and Clarky Boy right now as Bennett's down the inside of Andrew and gets that one done up into 6th place. Can Andrew come back at him here? RRL Beast waiting in the wings though, but Bennett LCFC's got himself up into P6, very nicely done. Clarky Boy's got a gap almost under a second now. He might just be within the DRS coming round onto the start-finish straight. He needs to have a really strong next few corners here, this Clarky Boy, but he's within striking distance here as Andrew Pittsmith is within half a second of Bennett right now. RRL Beast on the back of them as Spectix trying to come back at McNivick there in the battle for 9th place as well. Don't G's on the back of Enmorph, and Danny Din absolutely hot on the heels of Soph, but the battle for 5th place here in this race continues to rage on. Has Clarky Boy got DRS though? That's the question. I think he might just be out of range as they're coming out onto the start-finish straight. They're going to be flat scat here around this part of the track. It's an easy flat out. Clarky Boy is just out of DRS range. If he can have a really strong few corners coming through the centre S's, he might be able to be within that 1 second window, and that will bring him a little bit closer to Dylan coming in towards the middle sector. RRL Beast has got around Andrew Pittsmith up into 7th place. Raiji and Kaiser Kenzie still balancing it out for 11th place. You've got Don't G still on the back of Enmorph right now. Soph hassling Danny Din, but Danny Din's got himself up into 16th place there. Clarky Boy's now 1.4 behind Dylan, so we reckon that battle's done, and that should be Dylan home and safe there in 4th place. Cameron Poulter coming through the final few corners though. Here he comes in towards Young South for the final time here in this Formula 2 race, the feature race of the evening here at the XLF1 League. Cameron Poulter has done everything right here in this feature race, has driven off into the distance, hasn't put a foot wrong, and has dominated this one. Up towards the line comes Cameron Poulter. It's going to be an emphatic victory here at Interlagos. Fantastic job as Right, testing the mic. Yeah, I just want to apologise. Oh, one sec. Yeah, I just want to apologise to everybody there for that technical glitch that we had on the stream. Real shame there that we couldn't show the end of that race. We just showed Cameron Poulter crossing the line to take the win. I believe it was Drunk Pirate in 2nd place. And it was I'm Liam Z in 3rd. We believe Dylan held on for 4th ahead of Clarky Boy. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. My PlayStation, my game literally froze as Cameron crossed the line. So yeah, a bit of a weird one. But thanks everybody. Hopefully you drivers enjoyed watching this back. And yeah, sorry about that one. It's really weird, but in a way I'm kind of glad it happened right at the end, as opposed to midway through. But sorry about that everybody. Yeah, these things happen. But cheers for watching. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the Motive channel. Hopefully we'll be doing more Excel League streams in the future pretty soon, we hope. But thanks everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.